Hello and welcome. This is sets video number 14, and today we are going to solve problems involving sets, particularly subsets and supersets. So let's take a look at what kind of problems are we looking to solve today. So true or false, is the set containing elements 1 and 2 a subset of the set containing elements 1, 2, 3 and 4? Second question, true or false, set that contains element x where x is a prime factor of 18. Now this set, is it a subset of a set that contains elements 1, 2, 3 and 6? Now let's say uppercase letter V is a set that contains A, E. It contains a set that has elements I, O and another element U. Now state whether the following are true or false. So we have three questions here. A set that contains element A. Does this set belong to set V? The set that contains element A, is this a subset of the set V? The set that contains element I, O, does this set belong to set V? So these are some of the type of questions we are going to find out how to solve. And as always, if you want to practice these questions on your own, simply head over to www.risingpearl.com and from the top menu, hover over to Class-11-Math and click Sets, Problem Sets. It's going to give you a list of all the problem sets on the topic sets and simply click problem set number 3. You can also click the URL below, directly go to this URL and the problem set will come up. I'm also going to provide a link of this problem set on the top right side corner of this video and also provide the same link in the description box below. Let's find out how do we solve these types of questions. So first question, is this set subset of the set on the right side? So let's say we call this set A on the left side. So this is A and let's say this set is B. So the question is set A subset of set B? Now A contains elements 1 and 2. So we say that element 1, it belongs to A, set A. Element 2, it belongs to set A. We also notice that A, or I should say the number 1, also belongs to set B. And similarly, the number 2 also belongs to set B. That means both the elements 1 and 2, they also belong to set B. So 1 also belongs to B, 2 also belongs to B. So when all elements of a set are also elements of another set, then we say that A is indeed a subset of set B. So this is actually true. Let's take a look at a second question. So a set that contains element x where x is a prime factor of 18. Now, is this set, this entire set, is it a subset of set on the right side? So let's first find out. This is given in set builder form. So let's write this in roster or tabular form. So let's find out prime factors of 18. Why don't we start with finding out all factors of 18? So we have 18. We can break 18 down as 2 times 9 and we can write 9 as 3 times 3. So what are all the factors of 18? Well, the number 1, then we have number 2, then we have 3. Now we can multiply 2 and 3, so 6 will be a factor. We can multiply 3 and 3, so 9 will be a factor, and obviously the number 18 itself. So these are all the factors of 18. Now from this, what are the prime factors? We have to find out prime factors. We see that only the number 2 and number 3, they are prime factors. So our entire set, if you were to write this set, let's say if this were set A, so our set A will look like this, 2, 3. Because the rest, they are not prime factors. So the question now becomes, is this, and let's call this set B. So the question is this a subset of 1, 2, 3, 6? And we see that indeed here it contains set A contains element 2 and 3, and both 2 and 3 are present in set B. So we say yes, indeed set A is a subset of B. So this will be again true. Let's take a look at the next question. Now here is the set containing element 10. Does this belong to this set? So here, if you look at the set on the right side, it has 3 elements, the number 10, the number 20, and number 30. Now, do we see any set inside here? Answer is no. Note that on this side, we have a set. A set is represented by curly brackets, and then we write the element inside it, or elements inside it. So this is a set. The question is, does this set belong here? We know that the number 10 itself belongs to this set. 10, 20, 30. So this is true. This is true. But the question is not this. The question is the set that contains element 10. Does this belong to this set? And this answer is false. This is actually false. Now let's take a look at more problems that actually highlight this difference. So here we have our set V. Now note that V contains A, E. It also contains this set and U. So V actually has 4 elements. The letter A, the letter E, the letter U, and a set that contains letter I and O. So let's take a look at some questions involving this. So question 4 and question 5. So does the letter E belong to set V? So we clearly see that E is an element of the set V. So we say yes, this is true. So we say this is true. Now here we have a question that says a set containing letter E. Does this belong to the set V? V contains only one set inside, which is this. There is no set containing E inside of V. So we say this is false. It is very important to understand this distinction. Let's take a look at more examples. Now, what about this particular set? So this set, now does this set belong to V? And this answer is true. This answer is true because we see that this entire set actually belongs to V. It is one of the elements of V. So elements belong to the set. So this is true even though this is a set. So we said this set belongs to the set V. Now, is this set a subset of V? This answer is false. This answer is false because this belongs to V. This is not a subset. So if we were to say A belongs to V, so here we see that A belongs to V. We cannot say A is also a subset of V. So this will be wrong. The element belongs to the set. So this entire thing, even though it is a set, this is actually an element of V. So this entire thing is an element of V. It is not a subset of V. Now, I think if you take a look at the last question, it will completely drive home this distinction very, very clearly. How about these two questions? So here we have our set, and then we have a set that contains our set. So this is the set over here. So the question is, a set that contains our set, does that belong to V? This answer is false. because we know that our set that contains I and O, that belongs to V. But if we put a set containing this element, now that set will be a subset of V. So this will be true. So I hope that you're able to clearly see this distinction. So here, this set, this is actually an element of V. So when we create a set that contains the element, then we are basically saying that we have a set that contains the element, and if that element also is present in V, then this is a subset of V, which is the case here. So again, very clearly, the way we say A belongs to V and the set containing element A is a subset of V, in the same way this set belongs to V, and when we create a set that contains our set, so this is a subset of V. So if you want to again practice these type of questions on your own, please head over to risingpearl.com, and from there go to Class 11 Math, select Sets Problem Sets, and select problem set number 3, and practice these questions on your own, and let me share your feedback and comments with me. I would love to hear your feedback on these types of questions.